Parents, when should your child start dating? Now today we're going to look into that question that almost every parents, teenagers ask themselves at some point of time. When is the right time to start dating? Now some people will say 13 years old, some say 16, and some parents wish it will never happen. But what's the real answer? What do experts say? And how parents and kids can navigate this tricky question without turning this whole discussion into a World War III. So first and foremost, let's talk about what does dating even mean. Before we even talk about age, let's define dating, because what parents think about dating versus what children think about dating can be very, very different. Back in the day, dating is usually a formal courtship, meaning meeting a person, going out on planned dates, gradually building a relationship. These were clear steps on how you get to know people bit by bit. Fast forward today, dating, it's very, very different. With social media especially, and all these applications that are happening, texting, online dating apps, all this relationship comes first online, then becomes offline. Now, some kids or some children can consider talking to somebody, meaning texting, as already a type of dating. Now, for some children, dating means hanging out in groups or claiming people as my official girlfriend and boyfriend. And for some, it's actual one-on-one thing. This is why dating can mean completely different thing for parents and also adults, or different people depending on who you're asking. So before setting rules and expectation, it's important for both parents and kids to be on the same page on what actually dating looks like or how it's being defined. There's no right or wrong over here, but based on the American Academics of Pediatrics, it says that girls usually as early as 12.5 years old and boys as early as 13.5. Now, before any parents panic, let's clarify what this really means. At those age, dating is usually not serious. It's just about texting, labels, maybe hanging out after school. Now, as children get older, dating becomes more about emotional connection, one-on-one, and sometimes even physical relationship or serious relationship. But the big question here is, at what age is somebody really ready for that kind of dating? Now, what do experts say? Experts say that there is no universal right age to start dating. But many child development specialists, right, they say wait until a children is 16 years old. Now, why is the magical age 16 years old? Because at that age, most child would have already have better decision-making skills, emotional maturity, and also the ability to handle better relationship. Some may say that maturity comes in at 15 years old. Some at 18 years old. Some people, you give them 20, 25 years old, they're also not emotional ready, right? So how do you know whether someone is ready to date? When they are able to handle rejection without completely falling apart. They communicate openly and honestly. They take responsibility for their action, their friendship, and also their responsibility in school. They respect boundaries, both their own and also the other party's boundaries. If a child struggles with all these things, then maybe it's a sign that they are not quite ready. Now that's okay. Dating is all about emotional maturity, not just hitting about a certain age or a certain birthday. Now, if you're a child and you're watching this, you might be thinking, why is it sometimes my parents are so strict about dating? And maybe if you're a parent, you might be also wondering how to approach this simple topic without starting World War III with your children. Now, the truth is, setting all these dating rules is not to be controlling, but really to protect our children, or parents to protect your children. Dating comes with a lot of emotional ups and downs, potential heartbreak, and let's face it, there can be real safety concerns. That's why having boundaries like curfews, checking in, even group dating expectation isn't really about stopping, making sure that dating happens in a very safe and also healthy environment. Now, let's also be honest, there's a lot of peer pressure that's happening. There's also pressure that's happening via social media these days. Now, it's easy to feel like everyone else is in a relationship just because your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever social media feed is full of couple posting cute picture. But remember, right, social media is just usually a highlight reel. Usually it's the best highlights of the person's day. People don't usually show you the behind the scenes or the worst part of their days. If you are single, that's okay. Being in a relationship, it's not about checking out a box. It is not about doing what other people are doing, everybody else is doing, I'm also going to do this. But really, the best relationship happens when both parties are ready for relationship. If you ask me what's the right age to start dating, I would say that every child is different. Every family is different. What matters most is open communication between parents and also children, emotional readiness, and of course, setting very healthy boundaries. If you're a parent, please focus on guiding your kid or your child rather than setting strict rules on what they can or cannot do. Then please also understand why your parents are setting all these rules. It is not to make your life difficult, but it's just to make sure that whatever you do, you are safe, you're happy, and you're in a good environment. Now, most importantly, I want everybody to realize one thing. Whether you're dating or you're single, just remember this. Your worthiness, it is not defined by your relationship status. So, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for watching this. If you like this, please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video, right? Ciao.